Hi there everyone, I'm Josiah from Wamprat Creations. Today I'm going to take you through the build of this 6-foot tall moisture evaporator. For this build, I decided to model everything in Fusion 360 first. This is just my modeling program of choice. I chose to make my evaporator about 6 feet tall because my wife would actually cause me physical harm if I built a 5 meter tall anything. I'll post a link to these measurements in the description below so that you can make your own evaporator, just in case you want to take up moisture farming. But keep in mind, that won't leave much time for runs to Tashi Station to pick up power converters. So now that I have all of my measurements, it is off to the CNC machine. So after all that cutting, sealing, and sanding, we are left with a bunch of circles. You guys are going to see where I'm going with this in just a second, but first we have to cut out a bunch of sections from some 1-inch diameter pipe. I like this. The descending order makes me feel good. All right. We have all of our pieces cut out. We can finally get to some assembly. There's probably a better way to put these together, but I'm going with super glue because super glue is awesome. Alright, so I'm sure that you guys have figured out where I'm going with this by now. This big circle is going to be my base. It's going to have a 6-foot pole that's going to come in through this hole right in the center here. And then all of these modules are going to be able to slide down the pole and stack on top of each other. Now, obviously, this doesn't look like a moisture evaporator. So we're going to take some styrene strips and cover this space in between so that we have all of these nice cylindrical sections. Alright, so now we have all of our styrene strips. We're going to take them, and the idea is we're going to attach them around our cylindrical modules just like this, so that we'll have a nice, a bunch of nice little cylinders. The way I'm going to do that is with more super glue and a pin nailer. I'm excited. This is the part that you get to, hopefully, in any build where things start coming together and you know you're not working towards utter failure, which happens sometimes, and that's okay. But it looks like things are going to work out so far with this. So there's one section of the moisture evaporator that is not a cylinder, and it is a box. So I need to make that box, and then we can get on to some painting and weathering and assembly. I'm excited. Now that I have my rust layer on, I'm going to use some masking fluid to mask off damaged and worn areas before I apply my final white layer. So we have all of our sections done. They've been painted and weathered so they're nice and dirty. That's my favorite part. But before we get to assembly, I know there's one more piece to build. Actually 4. It's the 4 arms that come off of the side of the moisture evaporator. So as you can see, starting to come together. Looks like a moisture evaporator, right? The only thing that we have left is to add some small details to really make this pop. In the prop making community, these small details are called greeblies. Greeblies are just small bits of really anything that you can find to add to a model to make it look more like the actual thing. Little dials or knobs that look like they serve a purpose. So for my greeblies on this, I think I'm going to use mostly some odds and ends from some PVC pipe and as well as some model parts from a few kits that I have. After one last weathering pass to tie everything together, we have a moisture evaporator. All right, I am actually pretty pleased with the way this came out. If you guys decide to make your own moisture evaporators, like I said, I'll have a link in the description that'll have all the measurements that I use for my moisture evaporator. If you guys do make your own, please tag us in the description or send it in to us on social media so that I can see it. I would love that. This is our first video, so hopefully the quality will only go up from here. If you guys have any feedback, feel free to leave it in the comments. If you like today's video, hit the subscribe button. We're going to have some cool stuff coming for you guys. I do want to say thank you to all of you that have supported us on social media this past year especially. But yeah, thank you guys for the support. Bye guys.